Maybe for me, I would say do it. You know, the money's there, and you can dream big in farming.
Farming, agriculture has been since our great-grandfathers. It has never stopped. So that means we are in the right business.
Somehow, deep down inside, I know I love farming. I guess destiny took me here.
So we are the two city boys, from city to jungle. I was an accountant for a firm back in KL. End of 2020, I quit my job. I was having like conversation with a friend, and so he was saying that, why don't you try agriculture? Have you tried that? And then, no, how is it? I mean, like, he was telling me, like, look into sustainability. So that is when it captured me. Because I did not know the risk of it. Hence why I did all the due diligence on it to do my calculated risk, to reduce the fear in me, right? And from there, I feel like, I'm convinced. So let's do it lah.
We went for a course. Everything started off with just what the theory and the practical we had during the course. So we thought that, okay, we could have learned, we have done, it's easy, but what we have learned in the course is only 20%. The 80% of the problem was not mentioned in the course at all.
The reality in the course was not the same on the floor.
Fertigation 101, something like that.
Yeah, that's the one. And that was organized by Jabatan Pertanian Negeri Pahang. They invited us. We went there. The two of us sat way back in the classroom. There were about 25 people, and we just two idiots who doesn't know anything about farming. And that was the first time we know of what fertigation is all about. And we say if you were to be a farmer, it has to be an adoption of technology from the beginning.
I did my studies and I joined communities. I need to do my costing, my budgeting and everything. So from there itself, I see the sustainability in it. Hence when I was convinced that I should try this, I should do it, not even try, do it, right? So that was the time I started to research about new technologies and an improved way for cost efficiency and also time efficiency and labor efficiency as well. So me and my dad, we were like, let's find the best way on how to run a farm.
So when modern farming, practically it involved a lot of costs. Okay, and that point of time we didn't have much funds, so we spoke to many friends, investors, funders, and most of them turned us down because the main thing was like, it's easy to put on paper, but it's not easy to do it.
So we just started, we 1 acres. Then eventually with everything manual, no electricity. Fertigation was manual. We have to all depend on the workers, all the time workers. And when the workers do mistakes, we don't know. Sometimes we are not there, you see. So when we are not there, they just do what they like to do lah. Sometimes they don't irrigate, so we don't know. So we had a lot of problem on this lah, a lot of problem. So that was the really tough time lah.
There will be time that you just like want to let it go, like, you know, why we came into this.
I think we started with 700 poly bags, and then we grew the next one to 2,500, and then after that 2,500 poly bags, the agriculture department saw our potential, and then they gave us this new plot, and then now we currently have almost 55,000 poly bags. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like a parade of failure.
We did 8 seasons. That's almost 4 years of hard knocks, difficult times. The first 5 years, that is where the hardest lessons were. Almost everything is manual. We had 1 season, 2 seasons, back-to-back seasons of failure, saying that was becoming a farmer is a good choice or not.
Another farm we are using the venture system. Okay, venture system is not bad, but we have multiple plots. It's going to be really crazy because all depends on the flow rate. Manually, because you don't get balanced nutrient. You see, you have normally in farming now you use A and B nutrient. Sometimes you go and put extra A or extra B, depend on the growth stage, but workers doesn't understand all this. Where we took the first acre, there was uneven surface. Means we have plots up, down, and then to control that, to distribute even water or fertilizer, we will never get it. Then you can see the growth behind is not growing very well, and then this side is growing very well. So you have a lot of headache on that. It's always uneven, and then it get clogs very fast.
So he doesn't do anything else for the day but to run around 30,000 poly bags just to on and off stock crop from one subplot to another. We can only irrigate like 3, maybe 4 times a day because it's so time consuming, and that is not acceptable in terms of effectiveness of fertilizers and plant growth. We tried closed loop just to make sure in one row all the poly bags will get the same amount of fertilizer. It doesn't work. So we always saw this uneven plant growth even in the same row or within the same row. When we mix A and B component of the fertilizer on a 600 gallon tank, and number one, mixing it is already it takes a lot of time and it's difficult. And number two is not accurate. You just mix it and then take easy reading. You mix it and then it becomes repetitive work. That is the very reason why we have to adopt technology into our farm operations.
If you use the traditional way, especially during the mixing of fertilizers, they mix the AB fertilizer into the tank and they will just stir it, agitate it manually. You still need to be there to measure the EC. But doing so, it will actually incur a lot of time because you have to be there while actually you can do something else within that timeline.
Especially the NDJs lah, quite good. Trippers, actually you can see how much of water you are giving. I mean how much of fertilizer is coming out also you know. And then it's the distribution is even. It doesn't fluctuate and everything, you see. So I don't have to worry. So you can see also everything is growing equally. There's no, even though it's a bit expensive, but I feel it is worth it lah. The main thing is Dosatron lah. Dosatron helped me a lot. Even though I don't have electricity, but Dosatron helps me a lot lah.
The conventional method is to irrigate 3 times per day. But now with the new technology, we can drip 40 times per day using the pulse irrigation technique. So that would give a better growth for the plant. When you use the pressure compensating drippers, the plant will get more even distribution of water to all the plants. You don't have to mix, it will mix it for you. It will make it easier for you. So you would save more time using the Dosatron.
And it is also accurate.
And it is also accurate.
The mixing is accurate.
The mixing is also accurate.
So when I discovered Dosatron, it actually helps me on that because from there itself, everything is centralized. You can just sit by the side and just switch it on and it will give you the reading in an instant. Hence why, as I mentioned, it's time efficient lah. Because in the end, you only need the blue barrel, the 120 litre blue barrel to manage your fertilizer. So you don't need the extra tank, the buffer tank to mix it anymore. By using NDJ, the PCJ compensator, right, you will actually manage to balance the distribution of fertilizers or water.
Because we can see the difference practically because at the moment we have these 2 farms that is running. So one, we do not have the Dosatron yet. We can see using the Dosatron here, I mean, even though it's a bigger plot, but the fertilizer is really reduced, or the usage.
Save a lot of money on fertilizers, yeah, exactly.
The nutrient is given enough, everything is growing properly. So we have more times to check on the progress of the trees, you know, on the pesticides. Okay, so we have more time to explain to the workers on the environment basis what to be done, or else the whole focus will just be at the farmhouse, the fertilizer is not correct, and you see, you might rectify that, but the damages is already done to the tree from other things. And of course we have more time to think about more farms, what to be done. So of course we are not stopping at Batang Kali.
So by using the Dosatron and the pressure compensating drippers combined, I think we've managed to save like 30% of fertilizer usage.
They have more time to check, and therefore they can. We have more time to control. So the guys, the workers are looking into farm operation more than irrigations and fertilizer mixing.
The use of fertilizer has been reduced significantly. So I save at least around 30 to 40% of using fertilizer if I'm using, versus I'm using traditional method. So from there itself, I can use that 40% for expansion. When we start using the PCJ, right, I mean, there's more time for us to spend on monitoring the plants. We have more time to focus at the farm instead of the fertilizer. And when I'm talking about dosatron, it helps us very much because you see, we can actually manage by only 2 people instead of hiring a lot of people. You see, the only time that you need workers is during harvesting.
I mean, of course, like how I said previously, there's a lot of challenges. A lot of people have given up. But rather than complaining that, you know what, this thing is not working for me, ask yourself, why is it not working? Okay, how do I rectify that? You already see the light at the end of the tunnel, so you're just going there. You know, it doesn't matter. It's a bullet train, or it's either you're going in a slow train, but you know you're heading there.
I believe if you work hard on the thing that you love doing, then most days don't feel like work, and then most challenges don't feel like obstacles, and most successes feels in many ways like a reward for doing the things that I was meant to do. With the right technology and the right technique, you can use so little energy or time or effort, but you can gain more benefit from it. You can grow more with less.
With all the tools, the technology that we have, we know we have to go bigger. We have 50,000 polybags now, but that's we have to grow bigger.
We can focus on the plant 100%. You have to be there, monitor it, understand the SOP, understand the plants, and you need to know what you're doing.
But I do believe that money do grow on trees.
We pick a tagline that we are thinking farmers.
I'm a farmer, okay? I've been here for 1 year and I managed to run this by myself. But I'm happy, bro. I'm out of the system. Come and join me.